Like, what's some shit you would tell them to do to get to that meal and get to the multi-meals? Like, give them a little bit of a blueprint of some game. Like, what would you tell?
Bro, you gotta stay hungry, dog.
Stay hungry. It ain't no blueprint.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't hungry,
bro,
you ain't gonna get it.
You gotta stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas get $250,000, $100,000. Don't let them get $1 million. God forbid they touch a 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you gotta stay hungry. Like, it ain't no stop. It ain't no on and off switch. That motherfucker, the switch gotta stay on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gotta take shit for what it is instead of what you want it to be. You know what I mean, bro? Nigga ain't shit, bro. Nigga doing all that talk to them out, they finna do this, bro. I'm finna hustle, I'm finna do this, do that, and this and that. Like, nigga can say that shit, but what they actually doing.
Listen, I was mad and I came on here to vent, but I'm not even mad anymore, man. Some of this bull I go through is just strictly comical. You know what I'm saying? So like this morning, I had to cancel 2 cars, just 2. I had a classic Corvette to pick up and I had a 1970 Chevelle to pick up. I'm not going to be able to pick up those cars because the team is sick. I wasn't picking them up myself, another driver was, but our team is sick, right? So on Monday, the driver started feeling sick. On Tuesday, I got the whole team tested. And then on Wednesday, when the results came back, we had to quarantine the entire team, of course, due to COVID or whatnot. So on Monday, I contacted the Chevelle. I already had it pre-booked from like Saturday or Friday or something like that of last week. But on Monday, I contacted the salesperson and told him that we need to extend pickup by a day. It was scheduled for pickup on Tuesday. So that extends the pickup until Wednesday. And then first thing Wednesday morning at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, I text the salesperson again because it was too early to call. And I say, hey, we need to cancel this load because my driver is a little bit more sick than we originally had thought. So, you know, we're gonna need you guys to cancel this one. The guy immediately gives us a negative rating. For you guys that's not hip to Central Dispatch, if on Central Dispatch, you have to maintain a 100% rating at all times. That means if you have 100 ratings, you can't have not one negative. Because if you fall down to like 98, 99 percentile, a lot of these companies that have enclosed freight, that's cars that require enclosed trailers, a lot of these companies are going to opt not to use you. They are very particular on the companies they choose to use when moving their freight around, moving these exotic cars around. So I take these ratings extremely, extremely serious. So I called the guy. You know, soon after he gives me the negative rating, I call the guy to see if we can kind of reconcile whatever issues they might be having. I call the guy, tell him who I am, and I'm like, hey, can we come to a resolution and get the rating removed? He goes off. I mean, completely off. Like, I'm being as polite as I can, extending like the utmost courtesy, giving him that nice Chick-fil-A service, but he goes off. And he just loses his composure, and he just going on and on about how mad his customer is, how tight of a spot we put him in, this, that, and the third, how we lied, this, that, and the third. He just going off. Now, backstory. Excuse me. The name of this garage is Fleming's Ultimate Garage out of Rockville, Maryland. I know a lot of guys gonna frown upon me name dropping, but yeah, I'm on one this morning. But Fleming's, we've done a lot of work with them over the years. Like, I've transported probably 50 to 75 cars for them over the years. I've never shown up late. I've never delivered late. I've never shown up late, delivered late. I've never damaged a vehicle, never anything. We've never had not one single issue on not one haul that we've ever done for Fleming's Ultimate Garage. So this is the first time that I've ever had to delay and cancel an order from them, and I feel like it was, you know, I'm not being unreasonable here. Shit happens. We're all dealing with this same global pandemic, so you know what I'm saying, how is my team not allowed to get sick? But whatever. I allowed the guy the opportunity to vent, and then towards the end of his vent, I asked him like, yo, can I interject? Can I say something? Can you just give me a moment to speak? He says, no, I'm through with you guys. I'm through working with you guys. And he hangs up the phone. Again, we've never had a problem. Never had a problem. I like Fleming's because they pay on pickup. And they pay decent, you know what I'm saying? They don't pay great, but they pay decent, and they pay on pickup, which is unheard of in this industry to an extent. So, anyways, so the guy hangs up on me and whatnot, and for the life of me, I can't understand why I'm being unreasonable here. I was asking him, can I interject? Because if the asshole had allowed me the opportunity to speak, I would have told him, hey, I told him that the driver was sick. I didn't tell him it was COVID. That some of my team had tested for COVID, and some of my team were having COVID-like symptoms. This is all true, you know what I'm saying? So if he had allowed me the opportunity to speak, I would have told him, yo, it was COVID, and I don't want to run the risk of, one, my team getting more sick, 2, infecting other people out in the general public, infecting his staff and his customers. Like, to me, I think I'm being pretty responsible, but whatever. Also, I was going to tell this dickhead that I had already outsourced another company that was going to cover the contract that we had to move this 1970 Chevelle. That way, you guys aren't being you guys aren't being inconvenienced by us having to cancel. The only thing that I needed from him was to cancel the load, like undispatch the load from us and redispatch it to the other company, because I didn't want to sub broker it, because that's unethical. I didn't want to sub broker it to the other company, and I just needed them to redispatch it to the other company that I'd already outsourced for them. That other company has a 100% rating on Central Dispatch. They are reputable. They are well insured. They can carry the mantle the way that we was going to carry it to deliver that Chevelle, and he's going to get it done in the same time that we had promised that we was going to deliver that Chevelle. So, and we wasn't taking no skin off the top for finding the other company for you. I was just trying to be a good guy. But this is where you being an asshole and jump to conclusions and losing your composure over. Understand something. When it comes to this car gang, if it's a car, a vehicle, and your customer's upset about that versus my team being sick, that's how I feel about it. And this is the other piece that really rubs me wrong. This is where oh man, this is the piece that really grinds me, yo. I can't name how many times dealerships have dropped the ball when it comes to us. Like, how many times the car not be there, you guys lost the key, the car not ready, the customer hasn't paid yet, the car is not at the dealership, it's 50 miles away at your satellite location, and now we got to drive way over there. Like, I can't name how many times the dealership has inconvenienced us or the broker has dropped the ball. And we're going to do that broker bit on the next one. But for right now, I'm just talking to my dealers. And matter of fact, last week, from Fleming's Ultimate Garage, yo, they they reached out to us to pick up a 60s Camaro from them just last week. And just last week, they delayed us by 3 days. By 3 days, right? Because the vehicle was blocked in or something, and they lost the key, I think, to the vehicle that was blocking it. And so they delayed us by 3 days on the pickup of that vehicle. Well, when you guys delayed us by 3 days, guess what happened? My driver was pissed off because he was planning on hitting the road that day and he couldn't. The other vehicles that were in the trailer were pissed off because now I had to delay them by 3 days. The other vehicles I had already booked on the backhaul were pissed off because now I had to delay their pickup by 3 days. But did I at once, like, lose my composure with you guys? Was I rude? Did I hang up? Did I give you guys a negative rating? I didn't do none of that, right? Because you guys are allowed to drop the ball. I'm not. I was understanding of the issue that you guys had. We still picked up the Camaro. We still delivered it on time. Matter of fact, we delivered it ahead of time because we was such in a rush that we delivered it in the same day rather than like a next day service. We delivered that Camaro the same day in the condition that we picked it up in. No damages, no nothing. Like, we did a phenomenal job on this. So shout out to the driver that delivered that. But we allowed you guys some grace and business for you guys to drop the ball, and you guys couldn't afford us the same courtesy. So, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. These brokers, these shippers, these dealers, they're allowed to drop the balls as much as they want. But when it comes to the carrier company, we gotta be clean, spick and span, perfect every single time. Because like I told you guys, we have to maintain a 100% rating on Central Dispatch on these load boards at all time in order to be valuable. Because if you drop down below a 98%, best of luck to your company. Like, it's crazy. So we can't, and because that margin is so thin for us, we can't even call these brokers and dealerships out on a bull. Y'all can't. I am. I'm doing it. But I was mad. I was upset. Like, he really had threw me for a loop this morning. But I'm not even mad anymore, man. It is what it is. But you know, it's kind of crazy. I gave him the opportunity to vent and to get his off because I was being understanding behind the fact that I understand that he probably has or is going to have a pissed off customer on his end, on the other end of this Chevelle. I get that. But guess what? I had already solved that problem for you. But guess what again? When you guys delayed us by 3 days on that Camaro, I then had 9 to 11 pissed off customers that were breathing down my neck. 9 to 11 people that was pissed off, that was angry at me, that I had to deal with in regards to a hindrance that you guys caused. Come on now, but I never extended any type of attitude to you guys, man. So, you know what I'm saying? This game is rigged. This auto transport game is rigged, y'all. This auto transport game is rigged, man. Shout out to my professional drivers out there, man. I'm with you guys, man. Listen, talk back to these brokers, talk back to these dealerships. Let them know what it is, man. Like, stop allowing these dispatch companies, not dispatch companies, but these brokerships, these dealerships, these shippers to bully you guys, man. Them days is over. Y'all can call me the Suge Knight of auto transport slim. I'm not playing with you. But anyways, I'm on my way to go check on my third gen. I'll check in with you guys later, man. Peace.
Niggas get $250,000, $100,000. Don't let them get $1 million. God forbid they touch a 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you gotta stay hungry.